Greatness is for anyone willing to fight for it.
Hi folks. Well, the other day, President Donald Trump made an announcement. Once he takes office again in January, he's going to establish an operation called Operation Aurora, invoking the Alien Enemies Act.
I'm announcing today that upon taking office, we will have an Operation Aurora at the federal level to expedite the removals of these savage gangs, and I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Think of that.
In essence, he's going to round up those in this country here illegally who commit crimes, who are part of crime gangs. He's going to round them up and deport them. Gee. He's going to do that under a law established in 1798. That law, the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, was signed by the second president of the United States, John Adams. He also signed the Declaration of Independence. So he was a founding father. He saw no problem with this law, and it was constitutional according to his interpretation. Let's read relevant parts of that it shall be lawful for the President of the United States at any time during the continuance of this act to order all such aliens as he shall judge dangerous to the peace and safety of the United States, and it ends off towards the bottom, to depart out of the territory of the United States. So you see, the law states it's his decision to determine which aliens are a danger to the country, and then he can deport them out of the country.
They're bringing them into the United States of America, and they're dumping them, and they say, don't come back, and if you do come back, we're going to kill you. And we're stuck with them. We're not going to be stuck with them. We're going to be bringing them back, and we're going to shove them right down their throat. They should have never been allowed to be here.
Now, President Trump is going to deem those illegally here, who committed acts of violence as dangerous and throw them out of the country. Wait a minute. So it's not going to pass the constitutional test when it goes to the Supreme Court? Wow, that's a good question I asked, and I hope you asked it also. Years later, subsequently, Democrat Franklin Delano Roosevelt, he interned American citizens with Japanese ancestry into camps at the beginning of World War II. Wait a minute. He was invoking the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 and subsequent revisions. Wait a minute. So Trump wants to arrest and throw out of the country those illegally in this country committing an act of violence. Franklin Roosevelt, Democrat, had citizens born in this country of Japanese ancestry committed no acts of violence, no illegal acts, and he interned them in camps. How did that happen? Did it go to the Supreme Court? Another good question. It sure did. It went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court claimed it was constitutional. So, if the Supreme Court claimed that arresting American citizens born in this country was constitutional, what do you think it's going to do when Operation Aurora gets in front of the Supreme Court arresting illegals in this country, committing acts of violence in this country, and deported? What do you think, eh? All right, folks. Remember that come November 5th. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya.
It'd be good for us to have a black woman as president for the first time in history.
Yeah.
But my vote's kind of still on Trump.